Good morning, and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. On Monday, I said that the relationship your dog has with you can often mirror the relationship you have with God. It always amazes me to watch my dogs look at me as I fill up their water bowl, for example. I mean, can't you just imagine what they're thinking? Wow, look at that! He's getting water from the wall! They can't do that. And in much the same way, we marvel at all that God can do that is so far beyond us. And it's not just doing either. It's also wisdom and understanding far beyond ours. Much like ours is beyond our dogs. This week I'm going back and retelling some of the ways my dogs have revealed God to me over the years. Today's story comes from May of 2016. Angel missed it, and I missed her. I keep thinking that my dogs have probably shown me just about all they can when it comes to God and me. You see, so often in the past I have seen them in action and suddenly realized that what just happened is a lot like what goes on between God and me. And over the years, you've heard a lot about my dogs, Boo, the older, mature one, and Angel, the smaller, younger, about 2-year-old dog. Both are black labs. Just this week, I was at a 2-day meeting at the Synod office, and I had the responsibility for the devotions for the meeting both days. And sure enough, I told stories about my dogs and what I learned about my relationship with God by my dog's relationship with me. So after a sermon on them a couple of weeks ago, and 2 devotions on them, I thought that they were through preaching for a while. Then came last night. It was Thursday, so I was teaching a Bible study here at the church until 8 p.m., and then I headed home. I started warming up some supper, and while it was warming, I stepped out to pet the dogs. And normally, I come out, and wherever the dogs are in the yard, they come running. We have a small little table out there, and I usually sit on it, and they come to me and get petted and loved. Angel always has to give me a kiss first before she lets me pet her. She's more interested in loving than in being loved. But on Thursday, the dogs came running, and Angel kissed me, and then Boo pushed his way next to me. And the next thing I knew, Angel was off the deck and out in the yard, ignoring Boo and me. Boo was standing right where he always does, groaning and moaning as I scratched all his favorite spots, but Angel was gone and stayed gone. I looked out in the yard, and there she was, out in the grass, chewing on a bone I had gotten them for Christmas. No amount of calling enticed her to leave her bone and come back to the deck with me. Eventually, my supper was ready, and I headed back inside, rueful because I didn't get to spend much time with Angel. I had a lot of thoughts about that, and one of those was the strong suspicion that Boo never lets Angel get to the bones. I don't know how they communicate, but I'm sure he told her to leave them alone. But when Boo was distracted by me, Angel saw her chance. But as I thought more about that, it seemed to me that what had happened said a lot about our relationship with God, too. Have there been times when your desire for something you wanted took you away from time with God, like Angel's desire to chew on the bone took her away from time with me? And I like to think that later on Angel realized that she had squandered her time to be with me and realized what she had missed. And maybe sometimes when we've chased after the wrong things and missed out on what was truly important, we realize it too and are filled with regret. We thought we were being so smart, but we missed what was right and real and true. Time with God is like that. Our time spent in worship, in Bible study, is an important opportunity to be with God. Our time spent in prayer, maybe even more so. our time spent with the family of God, feeling God in our midst, the support, care, and love lived out among us, means so much. It's living and real. And yet, so often we choose dry, empty bones instead. I hope when I go home today that I'll be a little more important to Angel, that she won't just give me a moment and then head off to something else. Because now I know how it feels to be left behind like that. And I imagine that's how God feels when we do it to Him. Oh, drop your bones. God has come near. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.